Welcome back to another fantastic video on this channel and welcome back. So, it is Dialga and Palkia raid hour that happened on Wednesday. Well, no, it's Thursday and it's completely raining, like I said during the Carnival Flamingo event video. That is now up on the channel. This should be out a little bit later by the time you've seen this. But anyway. Before we go into the video, just want to say that this is the Dialga and Palkia. Of course, Dialga and Palkia isn't really a good Pokemon anymore. They used to be when I'll show you the next bit. But they're not really that great anymore. So, of course, for me, currently, they're still pretty decent as a good Dragon type attacker, but they have been dethroned as time goes on. But yeah, I'll show you some old clips of old Dialga and Palkia raids. Let's get into that. So we're going to go into an old clip from Peterborough of some Palkia raid using Giratina, Kyogre, New Year. Actually, no, I actually use a proper team. I thought this was the one that I used, just recommended. But to be honest, back then, we really did not have that many good Pokemon. But yeah, this is the Pokemon team we used. Dragonair. Well, Groudon, Flygon. So we're going in with the Dragonair. Like I said, back then, it basically got outclassed as soon as. So we're basically just doing what we could. Of course, going in with the Giratina, which of course is a pretty decent dragon type. Of course, I did not have the greatest of teams going in with the Groudon. And of course, I have to re-lobby. Of course, by that point, it was already down. And we were catching it. I don't know if I remember. No, it wasn't in this episode where I got it. And of course, how tiny Palkia was back then. Show you how close it is become. Because, of course, I think in 2022, 2023, they changed it. So, Palkia was a lot closer. But when it first came out, during the first time Sinnoh made an appearance, Palkia was extremely small. So, yeah, we really did not have that many good Pokemon. Of course, Megas just haven't been released yet, so no Mega Rayquaza just yet. Just had what you could. But I had literally nothing. I basically just had whatever dragon I had. I mean, I technically still have whatever dragon I can put my hands on, but my Mega Rayquaza just does quite a lot, being a hundo now and level 50. So it does quite a bit of damage. But back then, we had nothing. We basically had to destroy this with the Giratina level 9 IV91. I mean, we still got that Giratina, but I'm not going to actually use it. And then I think that one ran from me, so we are going in to an old Dialga raid at the Fulbus Church. And we are fighting this with 3 Magchamp and 3 Groudon. So technically, I did get the right team in this, because Magchamp being fighting, it was a good against this. There was a lot of Pokemon trainers in this one. Yeah. Remember when we had so many people to actually raid with? Nowadays, you barely can get anyone. So going in with the Magchamp fighting this thing. Of course, Magchamp was a bit more of a glass cannon against Dialga, kind of. It wasn't the best. But going in now with the shiny Groudon. Actually, believe it or not, this is shiny Groudon is the one that you see nowadays in out there. And of course, there we go. And that is the Groudon. Not shiny. I knew it weren't shiny because this is literally from the past. So boom, there we go. I can't remember if I caught this one or not. I can't remember. Yes. Okay. So from going from an old Dialga raid, we are going straight into some new ones during Dialga Raid Hour. Dialga and Palkia Raid Hour. So going from the old to the new. Going into the first Dialga raid from Wednesday. Just earlier. So of course we are going in this with a bit more of a better team. 2 Garchomp and Groudon, Lucario, I think the level 50 Groudon and Terrakion is what we are going in this one with. So yeah, of course our team has considerably become a lot better over the years. Basically have a lot more team at the disposal than what I was originally using. Was just a Dragonair and, well, some of the Groudon that you saw during that is basically the ones I'm still using. Well, apart from the 96 IV level 50 Groudon, that came much later in 2024. But, and of course these Garchomp came much later. And of course the Shadow Groudon came much later as well. In 2025. But yeah, as you can see, we are getting this down very good, well, with no problems. Literally getting this Groudon down, this Dialga down. So yeah, like I said, basically the Dialga non-Origin and Palkia non-Origin actually been outclassed. But like I said, for me, yeah, they are outclassed and they're not great. For me, they actually are pretty decent raid attackers, since I basically don't have anything else to go against them. So, especially for the Dragon type, if I needed a pure Dragon type, I am literally done. I literally have not been able to take out anything. As you can probably show you in a minute with like Palkia, I'm still pretty bad at that. So yeah, going in from the old Dialga raids and going in the new ones. From the two, Dialga is much closer to the screen. And then we're going into a Palkia now. That's pretty cool. So yeah, I'm going to show you in a minute of what I mean is that when I'm going into like, yeah, there you go. All I'm stuck with is this Garchomp of both Dragon moves, the Palkia, the 98 IV Palkia that I got actually during those raids that you've just seen. One of them actually was the 98 IV. So of course we are Mega Evolving now into the Rayquaza. We had Mega Garchomp on in the previous raid, and now we're doing the Rayquaza in this raid, in these raids. So switching between the Rayquaza and Groudon was extremely expensive for me. I really don't tend to do switching Megas back and forth that often. because I really don't have the Mega Energy for it, but for these two I did. Well, Groudon wanted to not have that much Mega Energy, but we'll get that restocked by Wednesday. So going in with the Palkia, basically, as you can see, even though I've not got the greatest of teams going in with the Salamence, I still managed to do them. And then going in with my non-Mega Rayquaza. Now I'm going in with the Gardevoir. Yes, the Gardevoir. The reason why I chose Gardevoir was because I basically wasn't able to use anything else, as we were very outclassed. And of course, my Dragonite at this point was still in the gym in Doncaster, so I wasn't able to use that. And of course, I have to re-lobby for Palkia. The Dialga, I don't really tend to re-lobby that much, so I was able to do Dialga without actually needing it to be down. So, the best thing about these two comparisons, the old Dialga raids and Palkia raids, and the new ones, you can see how well my team's grown over the years. There's still a lot more work to be done. I don't have the most stacked Dragon team you could actually think of. We defeated there with the Salamence. But of course it doesn't have high DPS, unlike the Palkia on the other account, which is a Hundo, so it has a much better DPS. There you go. Now I'm showing you how close Palkia is now compared to what it used to be back when it first turned up. I think it became much closer to the screen in 2021, 2022, I believe. Or was it 2020? But it did get more close to the screen eventually as time went on. But yeah, it was way further away from the screen originally. And of course, we didn't get a decent IV one this time around, but to be honest, these are just for candy, really. For the Origin form, which is ones that I do actually want. Because once I get like a pretty decent IV Origin form Palkia, my 98 IV Palkia will be probably just been outclassed. Okay, that one I did not catch, so we're going into this one now, which is the next raiding, and we are switching to the Shadow. Well, sorry, the Primal Groudon for the ground typing. Yeah. Oh, and of course, yes, I do remember this. The Dialga had Draco Meteor, which was literally one-shotting everything. Yeah, you know, Draco Meteor was just not great. But we still managed to do it. And going in with the Primal Groudon. The best thing about it was that it only took at least 3 hits before going down, so it did quite considerably a lot of damage before it got dying itself. So I had to re-lobby for this because it literally was very difficult. Because it was literally one-shot in the Garchomp before I actually wanted them to be one-shotted. So, Lucario going in now, which replaced the Magchamp, and so did the Tracheon. Even Tracheon now has got outclassed by like the likes of like Keldeo and stuff like that. So, eventually, once I power up my Keldeo, Tracheon will be probably retired. There we go. I think this one was a catch. I don't know. Was it a catch? I can't remember if this one was a catch. I mean, I do a lot of these videos, so I have no idea what's what. Okay, that one was a catch. Okay, the next one. The Palkia raid. Let's go. So of course we are using Royal Crazer team. Of course I have to mega it. God, this raid day was absolutely raid hour for Dialga and Palkia. I mean, I'm pretty sure Palkia and Dialga did get a raid day at some point in the past. But not anymore. I mean, technically they still do, since technically the orange form Dialga and Palkia gets a raid day, and they put these in sometimes. But of course I missed every time with the orange form Dialga and Palkia, so hopefully in very soon, at the end of this month, I'm able to take them down. Coming in with the my Palkia. To take out Palkia, all you needed were pretty decent Dragon types and Dragon type moves. That's one way to take down a Palkia. But of course, I'm pretty much struggling with these because just not really having the greatest teams to go against Palkia. I'm basically stuck with like using pretty much weak Pokemon because I just don't have the strength to take these out. But luckily enough, my Rayquaza, my level 50 Hundo Megad actually does quite a lot of damage before going down itself. I think it like takes 4 hits before going down itself. So even though I've still got a lot of work to do, I do quite a lot of damage on these. So I'm coming in with the Palkia, the 98 IV Palkia that we got in the previous raids in 2018. Of course, it came back quite often, but I did have breaks quite a lot, so the 98 IV Palkia is literally the only time I get. Only time I actually did them. So this is the first time I'm actually doing them since they've been back. Since I've been back. Anyway, so we're gonna skip through this. Oh, I did more damage then. And there we go. We got the shiny Palkia. Nice. I'm so happy that I got the shiny Palkia now. So now I just need to be going out and shiny hunting for the Dialga. And that's that done. So I don't need to shiny hunt them anymore. So that's 1 out of 3 of the raids that are out this month. That I'll be shiny hunting. So now I've got Dialga. And now I have to primal evolve Dialga now as well. You know, the best part about them now, I've got shiny Palkia. I'll tell you more of that in a minute. Now I don't have to switch Megas quite a lot. Someone else has joined us in this one from the alt account. One of my friends. Not sure how. I think they just saw me on the friends list that I'm in a raid and wanted to join me on that. So there we go. Going in with the Groudon. So technically this isn't a true duo, since technically it's a trio. There's 3 people in this raid. But yeah, well, I mean, it's technically 2 people, so technically it is a duo because I'm just 2 accounts is just 1 person, so me. So technically it is a duo since it's 2 separate people and not 1 person using 2 phones. But yeah, you know, it is what it is. You know, Draco Meal really hits hard in these raids. I don't know why. It's just been one-shotting everything I put in. Like, it was just... Yeah, there we go. We got it down with the Shadow Groudon. Eventually, the Shadow Groudon will probably be a hundo. Boom, there we go. Nice. 1, 2. Can't remember if this one was a catch too. But to be honest, we got the shiny Palkia. I'm happy about that. Shiny Palkia. Oh yeah, you got it caught. So now I've just got a shiny hunt. So this is why I want. So because the next raid after that is a Palkia, and at the Red Bear, and at the church is also a Palkia. The next Dialga is literally at the park over there. As you can see, over in the park, there is a Dialga over there. So I'm going to jump cut over there to the park. And we'll do them. Hopefully I'm able to get over there before 7 o'clock. There we go. We managed to do it. There's the jump cut. To this Dialga raid. This was awful. I will never stand in this park any that much to be able to do a raid, especially at night. It was not great, so I got healed up there. So luckily for me that I'm only the next 2 raids that I'm going to be doing for this video. I don't need to switch megas. I can keep the Primal Groudon on for this. So in the last raid, someone joined me from the old account. I gotta say thank you so much for joining me if you're watching this. But no one's joined me in this one, so it's a true duo solo-ish. Even though it's 2 accounts, but it's still 1 person, so technically it's a solo. It's not really 1 account, but technically it's just a duo solo attempt. So coming in with the Terrakion. I think the Terrakion survives 2 Draco Meteors. No, it survived 3 Draco Meteors. And coming in with the Primal Groudon to do a lot of damage before the 3 hits of Draco Meteor. And then I have to re-lobby. Oh yeah, there you go. I have to re-lobby. No, I did not need to re-lobby in this one. Wow, okay, so I took it down in 1 full swoop. That's actually pretty decent, actually. I did not know that. 1, 2. Was this one a catch? I can't remember. 1, 2. Yes, it was. Okay. So yeah, we did not get the shiny Dialga during raid hour. We're going straight into the next one. But while I say that, while I talk about, even though I did not get the shiny Dialga during this raid hour, we did get shiny Palkia. So the final raid going in now for the final. Boom, there we go. Let's heal up. There you go. Let's go speed that up since there's only 2 of us, or 1 of me. going into the raid. Oh, I hated this raid. I was literally, as soon as I was in the lobby, I was walking up the field, and then I put my phone on a bin. Oh, I mean, I did it in the last one, but there was a bunch of kids in the park between these two raids. I was worried that we're gonna just not understand what I'm doing, but I was resting on the bin, tapping away at the bin, and yeah, I was tapping away at the two phones on the bin, and these kids were around me. I couldn't see them because how dark it was in the park. It was a pain. So going in with the primal growler. Oh, and we didn't even get it to yellow in that one. Well, to be honest, oh, we did. Okay, I think the primal growler on the other account actually got it to the yellow before dying. So while that's relobbing, Garchomp is basically tanking hits. I think the best part about this. Oh no, it did have Draco Meteor. Damn it. That's the thing with Draco Meteor. It just was not working. This is why I stayed longer, just in case I have to like re-lobby into the raid, because it was not working in our favor. So there we go, taking it down with the primal Groudon, and only with like 60 minutes on the clock. Yeah, you know, we managed to get one more than originally, kind of. But of course, we probably would have done on the other Dialga raid in that time if we didn't have the problems at the beginning of the raid hour. Because of course we had internet connection issues, so we wasted 8 minutes trying to take down the original Groudon. Well, to take down the Groudon that you saw at the beginning. It took 18 minutes to try and take that one down, because of course we were struggling with the internet, and so the first attempt failed, so I had to jump back into the raid, and luckily enough we had enough connection that we were able to do the whole entire raid out. So unfortunately we couldn't get the other Dialga in. Of course, we saw the original Dialga and Palkia raids from 2018. And yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.